It's Davidson's Pick 6, where we pick 6 things we like about a certain topic.
You want to get a photo of that?
Today's topic is
What?
the best NCAA basketball tournament moments, brought to you by Davidson's Liquors. All right, Pick 6 brought to you by Davidson's Liquors. You go first.
Well,
Best NCAA tournament moments.
When I wasn't researching Rocky's pictures, I was working on this for 2 days. So let's go to number 6. Duke and UNLV. So they're backward to get a date. That's my fault. Duke and UNLV. The reason why I remember that so vividly.
You're talking about the game?
Yeah.
The Christian Laettner game.
No, I thought we're fine. We're talking about my memories of Final Fours.
All right, I'm trying to just be a little more specific here. I didn't know which.
I was about to tell you there,
Okay.
asshole.
Please do.
Duke and UNLV played a national championship game here. It was the last game. You don't know this. It was
What do
the
you mean?
last.
I was there.
No, but here's what you don't know. That was the last NCAA championship game played in a non-domed stadium.
Oh.
Did you know that?
I did not.
So it will always live as the last arena that hosted a Final Four. But none of you knew that. That's why it was my great memory, other than Bobby Hurley going in and hurling before the game. And I'm not making that up. Bill Walton, number 5. I was there. That was my first. Never mind. Watching Bill Walton and the dominant performance that he had. Dean Smith dinner. The night before they played and beat Georgetown, Rich Clarkson, who we wrote about yesterday, said, Dean Smith would like to have dinner with you. I said, really? Did you get a lot of information? Nobody believes this. This is, why my book is, my new book's going to be entitled, and I'm not making this up, the title of my book will be, I don't know, I haven't told you this. It's all my stories in life, and it's entitled, I Wouldn't Believe This Shit Either. Because I wouldn't believe it. He wanted to have dinner with me, and we had it in the French Quarter, on the edge of the French Quarter. You would know, right on the water there. There's a famous Pascal Manali kind of place.
Uh-huh.
And he said, I want to talk to you tonight about getting me in the NCAA record book. And I said, well, you're getting yourself in there. He said, no, I played in the NCAA championship game with Will Chamberlain. And if you look in the record book, I'm not in the box score. And so I got that changed for him. So that was memorable that I had dinner with him the night before he won his national title with North Carolina. Jim Valvano. I'll never forget being down in Albuquerque where the Isotopes play, and at the pit for the Phi Slamma Jamma team, dominant Houston, and how UNLV won the game on an incredible final play, an air ball that was thrown in. And he was rushing around. Everybody knows it, rushing around. And Rick Riley and I are sitting across from the court on the court side, and we're staring at him going, come over here. Number 2, Michael Jordan. In the game I talked about with his coach, Dean Smith, having dinner, Michael Jordan then goes out and hits a shot at the end of the game, and that was after they stole the ball against Georgetown. And
Fred Brown.
That's the first time we really nationally ever heard of Michael Jordan. So, and number 1, my first one in 1973.
You talking about a game? Your first one?
No.
All right. My pick 6.
Feels like the first time.
My pick 6, brought to you by Davidson's Liquors. My 6 best NCAA memories, and most of mine,
That was
I didn't
1973.
I didn't cover very many. So mine are TV experiences or experiences watching the games. All right. When Tyus Sedney of UCLA had that mad dash up the court against Missouri in 1995.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It was only a second round game, but I'm watching this game and I'm going, oh my God, they're not covering him. Nobody's stepping in front of him. And Tyus Sedney,
Final Four memories.
UCLA NCAA tournament. Tyus Sedney and UCLA win on this last second layup by Tyus Edney. He goes the length of the court. Not one Missouri player steps in front of him. And UCLA goes on to win the NCAA championship.
That's great.
Number 5, Keith Smart's game-winning shot for Indiana in the 1987 game. Nobody had heard of Keith Smart up until then.
I guess I didn't.
Just like your Michael Jordan. I was a big Indiana fan.
Nobody
at the time.
still heard of Keith
Number
Smart.
4, Christian Laettner's shot that Grant Hill threw it almost full court. Leitner caught it, faked to the left, went to the right, hit the shot over Kentucky, and that put Duke into the Final Four that year.
And I was at that game.
Yeah. Number 3, Bird versus Magic, 1979. There might not have been any game bigger there might not have been any hype bigger than that one. Indiana State, undefeated, Larry Bird, the Great White Hope, going against probably the best player in the land, Magic Johnson at the time, who's only a sophomore. And then number 2, Raleigh Massimino, that should be Massimino, rushing onto the court in 1985 after Villanova upsets Georgetown. And number 1, another rush onto the court, Jim Valvano, which you mentioned, North Carolina State, beating Phi Slama
That sort
Jam
of
in
takes
83.
away from the final play of the game, which was incredible.
Derek Wittenberg.
Yeah, because
and
Derek
Lorenzo
Wittenberg
Charles.
ended up as a CU assistant basketball coach. And
He ended up coaching in the NBA, too.
Lorenzo Charles picking it out of the air because
Yeah.
it would have been short. The game would have ended, and he went back up and put it in. And
There was a debate for years as to whether or not that should have been offensive goaltending,
no,
but it wasn't.
and there's no asterisk in the record book.
That's
is there?
right.
Yeah.
All right, that was our Pick 6, brought to you by Davidson's Liquor. You can make your own 6-pack from a wide selection of craft beers. You just go in, pick out your craft beer, put it in the 6-pack. It can be 6 different beers if you want. You can also get free delivery at davidsonsdenver.com. Experience the Davidsons difference.